Bobby Allison left an indelible mark on motorsports before his passing at the age of 86. His life was defined by extraordinary success as well as heartbreaking tragedy. Throughout it all, he never wavered from his commitment to the sport he loved and his gratitude for the fans who supported him. Allison is often regarded as one of the sport's greatest drivers in NASCAR. Allison was born on December 3, 1937, in Miami, Florida. From 1961 through 1988, he became a key figure in the development and popularity of stock car racing, known now as NASCAR. He was also the founder of the legendary Alabama Gang, along with his brother Donnie and Red Farmer. Later, they were joined by Neil Bonnett and Allison's sons, Davey and Clifford, raising the bar for regional racers and setting the standard for success in NASCAR's Elite Series. Allison was inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame in 2011 and is widely respected for his skill, consistency, and competitive spirit, and is known as one of NASCAR's most beloved former competitors. In 1988, he was named one of NASCAR's 50 greatest drivers. On October 23, 2024, Bobby Allison was officially recognized as the 1971 Myers Brothers Memorial winner at Bowman Gray Stadium on August 6, 1971. After this, the NASCAR record books were updated to reflect Allison's sole possession of fourth place on the all-time Cup Series wins list with 85 wins. The update placed him above Darrell Waltrip on the all-time wins list, and Allison now trails fellow NASCAR Hall of Famers Richard Petty with 200 wins, David Pearson with 105 wins, and Jeff Gordon with 93 wins. Allison won in 1974 at the Daytona International Speedway Road Course in his NASCAR Modified Division Coca-Cola Chevrolet Camaro, holding off Tiny Lund. The following year, on lap 21 of the 52-lap race, he experienced engine problems and finished 27th as Merv Treichler won. In 1976, at the event's final race, Allison beat Treichler and added his name to the winners list. Allison took the checkered flag in the 1986 spring race at Talladega Superspeedway and went to the Gatorade Victory Lane. In May of 2019, the famed Alabama Gang leader returned to the track's current winner's circle, the one he christened with that 1986 victory, to tear it down. With track chairman Grant Lynch waving the green flag, Allison climbed aboard the cockpit of a backhoe and used its scoop to begin ripping up the checkered concrete floor that Allison celebrated 33 years earlier. Allison drove his first race at Martinsville Speedway on April 24, 1966, and he finished 7th in a Ford, fielded by team owner Betty Lilly. It was an impressive showing at the half-mile track, and there was no reason to think he couldn't improve his position enough to find victory lane eventually. Surprisingly, that win never came. Through 22 years, he led 2,192 laps on the famed Virginia short track and finished second 7 times, but could never collect the top prize. Allison is a 5-time NASCAR champion, having won the Cup Series title in 1983, the Modified Division in 1964 and 1965, and the Modified Special Division in 1962 and 1963. He was voted National Driver of the Year after winning 10 races, claiming 12 second-place finishes and 11 poles, including a record 5 straight in 1972. He also finished second to Richard Petty in the series championship standings. He won the Daytona 500 in 1978, 1982, and 1988. One of the most memorable moments is when he held off his son and fellow NASCAR Hall of Famer Davey Allison for his final career victory at Daytona in 1988. He became the first driver to win 80 NASCAR Cup races and was a key figure in developing the superspeedway racing style, especially at tracks like Daytona and Talladega. Allison was involved in some of NASCAR's most iconic rivalries, notably with drivers like Cale Yarborough, Darrell Waltrip, and his brother, Donnie Allison. One of the most memorable moments of his career came during the 1979 Daytona 500, when a dramatic on-track altercation with Cale Yarborough after a crash became one of the defining moments of NASCAR's rise to the national spotlights. Bobby Allison was a central figure in the Alabama Gang, a group of talented drivers from Alabama, including his brother Donnie Allison and friend Red Farmer. This group became synonymous with success in NASCAR during the 1970s and 1980s and played a pivotal role in NASCAR's growth. Bobby and Donnie Allison served as grand marshals and honorary starters for the Hellmann's 500 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race in October 2016 at Talladega Superspeedway. Bobby delivered those most famous words in motorsports: "Drivers, start your engines," while Donnie showed the green flag to the field. Bobby Allison is known for his thoughtful approach to racing, his technical knowledge of cars, and his dedication to the sport, which has helped shape the future of NASCAR. His popularity extended to his role as an innovator. He contributed to advancements in the sport, including developing power steering and spotter radio communications. Allison's career spanned over 3 decades, and he became a popular ambassador for NASCAR, frequently participating in events and mentoring younger drivers. His induction into the NASCAR Hall of Fame solidified his status as one of the sport's all-time greats, and he remains a beloved figure among racing fans. Despite declining health in his later years, Allison remained a beloved figure to his fans and NASCAR. He was supported by his daughters, Bonnie and Carrie, and a close network of friends and fans who visited him in Mooresville, North Carolina. Throughout his career and retirement, Allison was revered by fans, and he loved engaging with them, signing autographs, and sharing stories. His family issued a statement after the sad news, saying, "Bobby was the ultimate fans driver. He thoroughly enjoyed spending time with his fans and would stop to sign autographs and have conversations with them everywhere he went. He was a dedicated family man and friend, and a devout Catholic." His popularity extended to his role as an innovator. He contributed to advancements in the sport, including developing power steering and spotter radio communications. Bobby Allison personified the term racer. He was a trailblazer, a fighter, and an inspiration who never backed down. As NASCAR chairman Jim France said, "Though he is best known as one of the winningest drivers in NASCAR Cup Series history, his impact on the sport extends far beyond the record books. Allison's legacy will live on through every fan he inspired and every driver he influenced. His remarkable spirit will always be a part of NASCAR, and his absence will be deeply felt. The sport will never be the same without him."